Welcome to Corks and Cauldron. We're two friends uncork a bottle, cast a few spells, and dive deep into fantasy books and theories. I'm Gabby.
And I'm Jen. Quick disclaimer, this is an adult podcast about adult books. So expect some spicy language, spicy content, and spicy spoilers.
No spicy content in this one. Yeah, we could. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let's pour a drink, grab a snack, and get started. Today, we are recapping Glow from the Plated Prisoner series. But Jen, what did you make for us today?
Well, we're having dessert, guys. It's almost fall. Guys,
Yes,
it's almost fall.
it's almost fall.
But that's not why I picked this dessert, but it's fire-kissed s'mores dip.
Hmm.
So I love s'mores. I just think that they're fantastic, except for the graham cracker part and the fact that it gets messy. Anyway, this is a really quick version of s'mores. You're basically in a small baking dish, layering out some semi-sweet chocolate chips or dark chocolate chips or milk chocolate chip. You know what, guys?
Whatever
Just put some
chocolate.
chocolate chips in there. Okay. And you're topping it with marshmallows. I
Mm,
like to use the little mini marshmallows
maximum
just
effect.
because I feel like they melt better
Yeah.
and stuff like this. And you bake this at 400 degrees for about 8 minutes
Oh,
or
it's
until
quick
the
and
top is
easy.
toasty, golden
Yeah.
brownie. And you can either eat it with a spoon, you can use graham crackers with it, you could
Vanilla wafers,
use wafers,
probably. Yeah.
whatever you want. Cookie wise, go nuts
How does
and
it,
eat it.
like, reheat, like, if you don't eat all of it in one sitting?
I don't understand that question. I'm sorry. If you're not going to eat it all in one sitting, make a smaller container of it
You know what? Ask a stupid question.
because I don't think that the marshmallows would reheat
Yeah,
very
that's what I
well.
was wondering.
So I have 9-inch cake pans,
Oh, like a 9
rounds.
by 9? Yeah.
No, it's just a
Oh,
round 9-inch
ah,
pan, whatever size it is, and that one works really well. If you have a cast iron skillet, any size will work for this,
mm,
but it's really good and kids like it.
good.
Adults like it too.
Sure, obviously. Yeah.
So and it's just really yummy and fast.
Yeah. Quick and
It's like a
easy.
quick dessert,
Yeah.
and it's a dish dessert.
I do love those.
So
I
I was going
do.
easy for you guys. So
I do wanna point out that, this size is about the size of all the male leads.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is. Yeah, I'm aware. But while we're eating something super sweet, what are we gonna drink with it?
We are also drinking something super sweet. So this one is called the Royale, and it's got an ounce of crème de mûre, blackberry liqueur,
Oh, okay.
Saint Germain, and then you top it with prosecco or like a dry sparkling wine. So it's got a little bit of a dry vibe to it.
Okay.
You can cut it with some lemon juice if you want to cut the sweetness. So it's very similar to the drink that we just had in our last episode, but with
Because the
prosecco.
Saint Germain's what's really sweet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, it's that elderflower. You can garnish it with a blackberry or a dried flower petal if you're bougie. I am not. I don't like garnishments on my drinks. I am here to get fucked up, not to eat. So that's my vibe. But yeah, that's what we're drinking tonight. Well, that's what the drink with the podcast episode is. I am currently drinking Surfside raspberry lemonade and vodka.
I've got a Mike's mango lemonade
Mm,
with ice because it was warm,
you
because it was
can't
a
do
last
those.
minute decision for me.
Yeah, you can't do those warm. They need to be iced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had I prepped, I would have put it in the fridge and just drank it out of the bottle.
I am so glad I'm not the one not prepping this episode.
I wasn't expecting to drink,
Yeah, that's
but,
fair.
this is our second episode in the night,
We
so
have earned it. But let's recap Glow. So this book was a lot of ups and downs, a lot of
Mhm.
turmoil. There were some good things, there were some bad things, right?
It was a very slow start, guys.
Jen hated it at the beginning. She didn't hate it, but, like,
I think it is my least favorite book of the whole series.
you are not alone in that.
I know. Yes, Reddit has let me know that in no uncertain terms. I actually we are in a Facebook group of, like, romantasy readers, and somebody just posted yesterday that they DNF'd
This book.
this book, Glow, and just don't ever plan on picking it up again. And some people, because people are really opinionated,
Especially on the internet. Yeah.
because you're basically invisible.
Right, anonymous, yeah.
Anonymous, but some people were like, "You're an idiot, you need to read that book. It gets better." And other people were like, "I couldn't get past the first book," or "I completely understand why you did this because I couldn't get past it either." And I was
It's
like, "I get it, I get you." It was much easier for me to listen to it
mhm.
than to read it.
It's the same thing with, like, Tower of Dawn and Throne of Glass, right?
Mhm.
I do like to play the game, how many times can I bring up Throne of Glass in an episode?
17.
minimum, but it's the same thing, right? Like, we had so much action-packed that's happened so far,
Mhm.
and then this book kinda came to a screeching halt, and I think as readers, we kinda do need that reprieve too, just to kinda, like,
Yeah.
get our feet back under us and to, like, breathe for a minute.
But this book the beginning of this book because the end is a whirlwind,
Yeah, it is.
but the beginning of this book is extremely slow, and it's the same with Gold.
Mhm.
The beginning of Gold is,
A little slow.
like, so slow. It's a snail in the winter
It's
in,
molasses in the
molasses.
winter. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I don't remember how far I am in Glow. I'm in the first few chapters, and I'm just kinda like, it's so s like, I know it's important, and I know I'm gonna like it because 'cause I've read Glow or read Gold before, and
mhm,
I know I liked it. I'm just ready to get to the action again, you know?
I had to listen to Gold
I might have to.
again. So, apparently, I started reading Gold, but I never finished it.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know. I had no idea. I thought I'd read the whole thing. Turns out I didn't,
No.
because there were parts that I was like, "I don't remember this at all."
There are parts that I think I have blacked out, like, you and I were talking about something, and I was like, "I don't remember that at all. I
Yeah,
trust you. I trust that you're not lying to me, but, like, I do not remember that."
yeah,
But that's we read so many romantasy books or so many fantasy books or just so many fiction books in general, like, they all kind of blur together a little
they
bit.
do.
So I get it.
I am glad that I listened to it because now I can go back and read it and I'm okay, but I think I just had to push through it once,
Yeah,
and since we are about to cover it, guys, after this, it's kind of a big deal that I, listen to it and read it,
yeah.
because
It's
it's
kind of
hard to cover
important.
it without
Yeah.
knowing what's going on,
Ask me how I know. Yeah. Oh. Um,
so
you've started Goldfinch a little bit.
I have
How is Goldfinch going so far?
I'm enjoying Goldfinch.
Are you?
Yes,
Okay. I'm
but
not
there
gonna ask for details, so, yeah.
it stays on point with everything else, you've got the spicy scenes,
Sure.
you've got the drama, and it's I think you're gonna like it.
Okay. I'm excited to read it. I remember finishing Gold and being like, "What do you mean I have to wait until this next book comes out?"
Yeah,
And that's when I conned you into reading it.
yeah, because Goldfinch came out while I was still reading Glow?
Yeah, no, I don't think it was that long ago, was it? I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't either.
Anyway, back to Glow and the beginning of this book where Orin is completely shut off because she's
Catatonic
unconscious.
almost. Yep.
She's comatose, and cue them going to Deadwell and we us finding out about Drawlord Village and
Mhm.
all the interesting secrets about that.
We learned a lot about Slade's childhood and his secrets too in this
Yes,
book, so that was really interesting. This
and
book
his
is
growth.
really important to the series. I get
Mhm.
why people don't like it, but it is important to the series. Because we get so much of the backstory, and Orin grows, and
Melina,
Melina
backstory
exists.
for Melina,
We do get the backstory for Melina, yes, yeah.
and,
We hate Kalia a little bit more at the end
we
of this
hate Kyla,
series.
yeah,
Yeah, Kyla, yeah.
and we can
Yep.
also say her name right now, guys. Go
Jen
team.
can. I still can't. The best part about this book is that Midas is dead.
Yes,
Like, this whole book, he's been dead,
yes.
so that's been great.
And we get a lot of Orin learning to accept her face side,
Mhm, and
which
embrace
is
it, and
important,
yeah,
and she learns more control over her gold.
mhm. Also important for the later books that we're gonna get into.
Yes, and we've got Slade's origin story, Orin starting to control her gold and her face side, Digby and her bonding.
Super important for them and their relationship.
Yes, she and Slade having some really high points and some really, really
Low points.
low points in this
Yes.
book, but I will let you still have the whole fated mates thing because they are crazy.
Yeah, I stand by the Fated Mates thing.
Yeah.
I've been doing it since
Uh,
book 1, but okay, so we learned some new kinks that Orin
yes.
didn't know that she had.
Like, she likes to have sex and potentially be caught. I don't
Public adjacent
public
sex?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and she's very interested in exploring different things with Slade,
mhm.
and he has made it abundantly clear
It will be with him.
that she can do whatever she wants, but understand that he will be there with her.
Yes, yep, and that was a big W for Slade, right?
Yes.
Like, yeah. Um, Orin struggled a little bit with, like, I'm gonna call it relationship hopping.
Mhm.
Not that Midas was a great relationship or that she wasn't ready to leave, but she never had that minute to be single and to, like, go out and flirt with strangers and just learn about herself. She did just jump from one relationship to another, and I am
Mhm.
team, you need to be single for a minute. Not everyone is, but I think you learn a lot being single.
I agree with that. We also learned that Oren has trouble walking now and balancing because her ribbons have been removed
Yes. Yep.
traumatically by
Yeah.
Midas. Fuck Midas.
Fuck Midas. Slade and Oren kinda work through some I'm not gonna call it unresolved trauma. I don't even wanna call it miscommunication. They just work through some of the stuff that happened with them at the castle.
Yes, they
The
they get together and find out
the
the
timelines and, like,
timelines,
what who was where and when and,
and
like, why
we
he
f
wasn't there.
we find out why he wasn't there, which was
Yeah.
really important, and while this stuff is all going on, we get to start see the budding romance of Osric and Rissa start happening as they're traveling from Fifth Kingdom to Fourth Kingdom, and she hates him.
She pretends to hate him.
She wants him so bad that she pretends to hate him.
It's like that kindergarten love, like, he only picks on you because he likes you, and also, as a not parent, can I just say stop teaching your kids that? Like,
Yes, please. That's
that's
not a
not
thing.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't wanna encourage that with little girls. That's
Yeah,
not the way that we want to learn love.
right. That should not be a love language.
No.
Yeah.
And we meet Slade's mom.
We do. We meet Mama Slade. We hear a lot about Slade's childhood and his upbringing and why he
Yes.
is the way that he is, and we learn that Slade and Riot are not true 100% blood-related siblings.
We also learn that they're not fully neither one of them is technically Orion because they were both born in Anwen.
Yep. They are
All
neither one is fully Fae. So Slade's
Slade
power
is
level not being fully Fae, it's a little scary. Like, can you imagine what it would be like if he was?
Did you notice though that a lot of the fully Fae are very weak in their power? So I
Well,
think they needed that infusion. I
we
mean,
learn
even
about that in Gold. The
yeah,
3 chapters I've reread so far, we learn
yeah.
about that.
And we learn that Slade's mother is a
Seer?
seer,
Yep.
but it's hit and miss.
So, we talked about this in the last episode, but we talked about Slade's power and how he needs that extra oomph to
Mhm.
make the rips. Do you think if he was fully Fae, he would not need that extra oomph?
I think he would need more of an umph.
If he was fully Fae because of
Yeah.
that weaker
Yes.
I don't disagree. I'm thinking the
I
smoke
mean,
is rolling
yes,
out.
his dad is super powerful because he's the breaker and he broke the bridge to Lemuria.
His dad is also 500 years old, so he's
Right.
not quite as no, in the horse world, we call it line breeding when it works, inbreeding when it doesn't.
Yeah.
So his blood is not quite as
Thin?
complicated as yeah.
Confused?
I don't wanna call it thin because you are keeping the bloodline pure, right? Like, that's why you
But that's what breeds it out, not
I
in a lot of times.
we know that now as, educated women, but in Anwin, they probably didn't. Because like, think
Yeah.
about, like, Victorian England, everyone married their cousins because they were trying to keep everything in the bloodline, right? So, that's my logic. I don't know if that
Yeah.
made any sense to anyone except me, but
I'm with you. I'm
I'm
tracking.
I'm sticking with it. The first half of the book, Orin the first half, I'd say,
First quarter, at least.
at the very least, Orin, she's not a stick in the mud. She's working through her trauma, and it can be a little annoying.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
she is working through her trauma and she is growing. And by the end of the book, I think she's who she needs to be.
She's definitely embraced her power.
Yeah.
Liked the backstory of Slade. It really helped me kind of
Get
understand
through
him
the
more
book.
and get through the book. I even liked Melina's backstory
I did too. I really
and
enjoyed Melina's backstory.
reading how she was just kind of dismissed once they found out that she couldn't do magic.
We learned a lot about like the political sphere in this book too.
Yes. It didn't make me feel bad for Melina because she's still a raving bitch
It's the worst. I
that
love it.
does not that will not accept that she has done anything wrong. It's everyone else's fault but hers.
And like her backstory that we learned doesn't even explain that, right? It just kind of said that she's always been this way,
Yeah.
right? So it's at that point, is it a personality flaw? Is it that she's never learned to take responsibility? Because she was trained as a princess. She knew she eventually was gonna take over the kingdom.
Yeah. She
So
just when they found out that she didn't have magic, they basically
mhm.
shunted her to the side
Yeah. Yep.
because she
And
was worthless at that point except for breeding. Wow.
wow. Do you
Wow,
feel
Jennifer.
did
I
you
do
feel
not
gross
I
saying
feel
that?
really yeah, I
You
do.
should. You should wash your mouth out with some alcohol. At the beginning of this book, we loved Manu. At the end of the book, we hated him. I do still think that Manu looks like LeFouf from Beauty and the
From Beauty and
Beast.
the Beast.
Yes.
I think that Manu's part in what happened to Orin in this book
Yes. It's
is
fucked.
rough,
It's
and
fucked.
the sad part is he's doing it because he loves his sister,
He's
and he
another
trusts that she's going to do the right thing. So he is completely blind to what's really happening, I think,
he's
or he's
another
just ignoring it.
yeah. He's an example of he thinks he's doing the right thing based on the information he has.
Mhm,
Which is something that we run into, in our daily lives too. So we talked about
mhm.
the cancel culture a little bit and like how you need all the information and the context. And we also talked about how Queen Kyla's power is she can manipulate it, which I think is just a sign of how much control she has over her power. If she
I
can parse out and like change the inflection and yeah,
edit, yeah.
and edit. Yeah. Well, I mean, how long does it take you to edit one of our podcast
I
episodes?
don't wanna talk
You've been
about that.
working on Blood of Hercules for, like, a year.
Yeah,
It's a
I
long
have.
episode, and
It's a
there's so
long
many
episode.
drunk slurs.
But it's impressive to me, especially seeing we see how much control Ravager has over his power.
Mhm.
Can you imagine if King Folk, who
Could
had the power
duplicate.
of duplication, would have actually worked on his power instead of just going, "Oh, I can duplicate one thing."
And here we go. Yeah.
He probably could have done more with that.
I don't know if he would have been able to do more, but maybe he could have made because he can't duplicate a duplication, right? Like, he couldn't
Correct.
yeah.
But he could duplicate something more than once, maybe.
Maybe.
Or maybe he could make 2 or 3 at a time or do other odd kinds of objects.
Yeah. Maybe
Because
he
he
could have been useful and done it with food or something for his
yes.
kingdom.
Maybe
Yeah.
not sweet fucking food, okay?
Get them a fucking roast. God.
That doesn't have syrup all over it.
So do you think the reason why the reason why Fifth Kingdom had syrup and sweet and everything was because that's folk had a sweet tooth and that's just what it was and people followed the leader?
I wondered if they were trying to cover up the taste of dew
That's a good theory.
with the sweet, and if that covered it up more than
Savory would've.
savory things.
I didn't even think about that. That kinda makes sense.
Not that I really encourage people to drug other people,
Don't do the do,
especially in their
guys.
food
Yeah,
or drink at all.
don't do that.
Please don't take drinks from strangers at a bar, guys. Anyway, but I wondered if it was because of the dew,
That makes sense. I could get behind that.
especially if you're so addicted to the dew, maybe it messes with your taste buds, and
Maybe.
maybe sweet is the only thing that you can actually
Taste. Yeah.
taste.
That would make sense. Huh. I didn't even think about that. I always just kind of assumed because they described Folk as like a heavier set guy.
Like a Henry VIII.
Yeah, yeah. And so I just pictured like, oh, he just had a sweet tooth, and so he had everything in his kingdom just sugared, and then that everyone got used because once you get used to sugar, once you get hooked
Mhm.
on the sugar, it's hard to break that. So
True.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe both things are accurate, right? Maybe he
Yeah.
was on dew and sugar was the only thing he could taste, and so that's why he did what he did. I don't
Maybe.
know. Raven Kennedy, if you're listening, help a girl out.
Please help us. Please, gosh. Just help us. Help us, Raven.
Yes.
But I thought it was neat seeing all of the royals and their different
Mhm.
powers.
All lined up.
Yes. So, like, the first kingdom with his snakes,
Ugh.
and then second kingdom, King Merwin is able to find water.
Yeah, which is helpful in a desert.
In a desert kingdom, that's super fantastic. And then Isolde,
His wife.
his wife, having the
She's
pinching power.
the Piancher.
Yeah, which is creepy as hell. I'm sorry. I don't care how many times we say it. It's creepy, but it's weak because she can only do one person at a time.
That we know of.
And again, maybe
And if her power was so great, right, because she is queen, so she has to have some decent amount of power, why
yeah,
didn't she just pinch Slade
she did pinch Slade.
and he just fought through
He
it?
fought through it because
Man,
he's strong enough, because of the way he was trained as a kid. His
That's
dad's the
fair.
breaker.
Yeah,
So
that's
anything she
fair.
does to him, he's gonna be like,
Like a mosquito bite.
"Excuse me while I get my lint."
Pull a
You
Reese.
know? Yeah. We've got King Thold, who's the first king. He's the Serpent King.
Yep. Yeah, I could never.
Actually, I kinda like snakes. Do I want them crawling all over me? No.
Do you know how many snake jokes he probably made as a 12-year-old boy?
Oh god. I've got a serpent in my pants. No, really, I
No, look.
do. And a cobra comes out. No. No, sir.
It'd have to be an anaconda because his anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
God. And then, of course, we have the 3rd kingdom, Kyla,
Mhm.
and then
4th kingdom is
Rot.
Slade.
5th kingdom is
Hagen, it's now Hagen, who is his skin cannot be pierced. It's that I word
yeah,
that I can't
it's
pronounce.
impenetrable
Yep,
skin.
that one.
And then there is currently no king or queen sitting for the 6th kingdom,
Well, no, because Kyla was supposed to shack up with Midas.
and then Melina was supposed to be dead.
Well, Melina is dead as far as I know.
Yeah, that's true. So, as of right now, nobody was looking for another Collier relative, someone with Collier blood
Yep,
to take over that kingdom,
correct.
which I'm kinda surprised about that everybody was just like, "Oh, Queen Kyla, we love you."
Just take over.
No.
It's cool. Jen, you would be hanged so fast in these villages because you'd be the person being like, something's weird.
I would be burned at the stake. I accept that. Okay, fine. Fine. But I liked the royal conflicts. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, learning all the politics and the powers that they all had and, like, how they worked together.
Mhm.
Because like, we talked about this in the last episode, but it was set up. They knew what was gonna
They
happen.
absolutely knew what they were gonna be
Yeah.
doing. There were messenger hawks going back and forth,
Yep.
and Slade was slacking off because he wasn't reading any of that shit
He was
because he was too
distracted.
busy
Yep,
working
literally.
with Oren.
Working Orin.
That too.
Yeah. Yeah, there had to be a group chat going on somewhere that he just missed
Oh, for
somehow.
sure.
Yeah. This book had a lot of really cool themes though that I kinda wanted to talk about, like the healing process and how it's because Orin did go up and down, like, there were some days she's really good, and then she would struggle and fall into that kinda pit of despair for a minute.
Yeah. But that's normal when you're coming working with recovery.
Agreed, but not everyone thinks that, right?
No,
Like,
everybody just assumes, "Oh, you're
it's
fine
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be great."
It's
It
been
doesn't work that way.
it's been 2 weeks since your family member died, why aren't you over it?
Let's see, it took me, what, a year with my brother, I think? Easily.
Yeah.
I
I
mean, it's
mean,
still rough, but
sure, but it doesn't hit you as hard, right?
no.
Like, yeah,
Sometimes it does.
and it's always
Weird
going
shit.
to.
It's
It's
weird shit that cues
always
it.
weird, yeah. When with Jake, I was single for 5 years
Mhm.
between and, like, for 3 of those years, I was a hot mess, and
Yep.
that's when we met.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's not linear, and it's
No.
a lot of it does depend on your age, I'd say, because I was 23, so, like, 23-year-olds are already a hot mess,
Yeah.
right? Like, they just are. Oren, I wanna say, is probably, like
25,
yeah,
26. She's in her
ish.
20s.
Yeah, she's not the 18-year-old that we always read about,
No, thankfully.
but she still has, like, the emotional maturity of one, I'd say, b
Well,
with Midas and everything that's going on, like it was just nice to see that the healing and, like, the back and forth she did with Midas. Should I stay? Should I go? What's gonna happen? It
mhm.
was kinda cool to see that accurately portrayed.
I agree. It was nice to see. Okay, it wasn't nice to have people whispering behind her back and talking about how she jumped from king to king. The fact that she really did just jump from one king to another.
Yeah,
And Polly makes a comment in this book that's like, "Boy, that was really fast." And Oren was like,
took me too long.
"It took me too long."
Yeah,
And the fact that she just kind of owned it was really good for her.
especially considering Oren 2 books ago, that would have killed her. That one comment would have
Yes.
crippled her for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oren has grown up a lot in this book. She had been
Mhm.
growing, and this book just kinda, like, spurred it on.
Yes. And we see Judd leave and Lou leave in this book.
Mhm.
So we only see
Yeah.
them at the beginning of the book.
Mhm.
And Osric is kind of hit and miss because you see chapters where he and Rissa are having moments,
But
like their
they're
kiss,
separate.
but they're
Like, they're
separate
not
because
with
they're
yeah, they're
they're
traveling with their
traveling,
army.
And Riot goes to join them with Hojat after they finish healing Orin in the first
Mhm.
quarter,
Yeah.
third of this book.
Too long?
Because we start off in Drawlard Village, and then we find out that Manu is on his way to Ranhold? What's Slade's house?
I think it's Randhold.
I wanna say Ranhold. So they go to Ranhold to meet with Manu, which is where they get caught up, where Osric catches up with them, Riot catches up with them, and everyone leaves that needs to leave. We meet the people that actually run the Fourth Kingdom, which is Keg's family.
Mhm.
We meet
I still think Keg's family could be sketchy.
They could, but I don't think they are.
I don't think they are either, but I think they have a lot of power that could be detrimental. And so
Be
it kinda surprises me that Slade trusts them that much.
Well, he's holding their son hostage.
Well, there is that.
So,
He's not. Keg is just a cook in the army.
I know, but he would definitely be a pawn if he needed to be.
I don't know. Slade would do that.
If he had to.
If
Only if
he
he had to, though.
I don't think he would do it for something like that, though. Like, I don't think he would force anyone to do a job that they didn't want to do.
I agree. Because he's not even with the army and them needing somebody to start tilling fields and
Yeah,
planting because everybody blockades Fourth Kingdom, and Fourth Kingdom
is
really is
swamp. Yeah.
an import kind of country.
Mhm.
They have very little food on their own.
Yeah. They need food.
They need
Yeah.
food from the First Kingdom. They need goods from the Third Kingdom and even the Second Kingdom. I don't know what they get from the Second Kingdom. Religious icons? Fucking no. But and they do a lot of trade with those other
Yeah.
3 kingdoms, and with them being blocked off, he needs his army to go and start helping grow food.
Mhm. To gather whatever farmland is still
Yeah.
available.
And it takes he's not forcing anyone to do it, he's asking them to do it. It's like, "Okay, you can either sit here with the broken latrines, or you can go
Yeah. And
work
be
in the fields and stuff."
I was gonna say be useful, but that seems rude. Yeah. Field or latrines.
Mhm.
Yeah. You started Goldfinch. We finished this book. Do you still think that piece of rot is a baby rot?
I didn't freeze, I'm just not answering your question. I'm not answering your question.
Alright.
But we can talk about Brack Hill. Brack Hill
His
is where
castle?
he lives. Yes.
There's too many castles. There's too
Can
many
we talk
places.
about Brack Hill and Orin and the sun for just a minute?
Yeah, the son that sings to her because she's fucking weird.
Well, I didn't really wanna go that far, but
I mean, she had ribbons, so I don't know why the son is weirding me out more than the
yeah,
ribbons are.
I don't understand that.
I had a whole thing about gray horses too, so and I have a whole rant prepared for this next episode that we're gonna do for Gold because they talk about the horses there too. But anyway,
Are we not gonna talk about horses in this episode?
is there anything to talk about?
They ride them.
Huh?
That's the whole story. But
She rides a buckskin named Honey.
I thought it was fantastic that Orin finally got to see the sun,
Mm,
and that whole scene was kind of funny because she's up on that tower and everybody's freaking out because they don't know where she is. They just assume Manu had already kidnapped her. Talk about some foreshadowing.
no kidding.
Um, and Digby, best man ever,
Uh,
is like, if you knew her, you'd know exactly where she is.
he didn't even, like, hesitate. He's just like, "Oh, you lost her? Have you checked the roof?"
Well,
Like,
he didn't even tell them, "Have you checked the roof?" He was just
no.
like, "If you think you know her well enough,
You should
you'd
know
know
exactly where
where
to
she
look.
is."
Yep,
We've been in a winter kingdom for the last decade.
yep.
Use your brains,
Yeah.
guys. Come on.
You think you're so smart. What is it? In Slade's defense, he was in a panic,
He was.
right? Yeah, so
So,
but that was a cool scene. I wish we had gotten more of Dig in this book.
yeah, I agree.
I don't think we see a lot of him in the next book either.
No,
Do we
not
see him
really.
at all in Goldfinch?
To the point where I am, I think we have seen him, like, twice.
Man, he kind of fell off, didn't he?
Unintentionally, but yeah, he did.
Yeah, kinda sucks. Kinda like
We're
Knox Owen, from Throne of Glass.
Who?
Take a drink.
Who?
Who? Knox Owen?
No.
The,
The
jewel
guy in
thief?
the very first book that ends up in the very last book, and that's the only times we see
That's
him?
it. He could have been such a cool character.
Yeah, he could have been.
But anyway, is there any other foreshadowing that we have seen so far that'll come back to bite us in Goldfinch?
In this book or in all of them? Yes.
You're just gonna leave it at that?
Yes.
Alright, well, as long as you make note of it in the episodes, we'll talk about it.
Alright.
Alright.
I will do that. I did not like the scene. I loved and hated the scene, the chapter, where Manu catches up with Rissa and Oren.
Yeah.
I liked the parts of the part of the chapter where they have their moment.
Yes, because they do have, like, a very, like, girlfriend moment,
They do.
like, platonic girlfriend moment.
Yeah.
Just 2 women, like, connecting, right? Like, they've both been through hell, they were both saddles. They're
Mhm.
both finally feeling like their feet are back under them, and they have hope, is what I'm gonna say.
And they were having a really sweet moment when they were talking about how Polly had left.
Mhm.
Polly decided after she was cured of her do habit that she still wanted to be a saddle and she wanted Orin to set her up in the best brothel
Well,
in
sure, she
town
was the king saddle, so
and she needed gold.
do you think that Dew has made it to the 4th kingdom?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like the dark underbelly of the 4th kingdom?
I do has made it all across Oria.
Yeah, I agree. They don't mention it specifically, but
No,
it's
it's kind
any
of
drug, right? It's
yeah,
yeah,
but they
yeah.
they have a moment where, Orin reaches over and grabs her hand, and she's like, "Polly will come around." And Rissa squeezes her hand, and then she looks at her, and
Nope,
she's like,
nope,
"No."
not a moment.
And Orin's like, "What?"
Orin just wants to be friends so bad.
Yeah. And Rissa's like, "We are not best friends. It was a squeeze of comfort. That's it." And Orin's like, "I don't know. Kinda felt like a friend squeeze to me."
Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna see in Goldfinch, obviously,
Mhm.
but I do think that those 2 are if Versa survives, I'm still not convinced she survives. If she survives, I do think they will become close friends.
If they both end up in the same continent or world again, yeah, probably.
What was your favorite moment in this book? Was it that one?
Uh
No, you liked Osric screaming.
I liked the kiss that they had, Osric and Rissa, and then
Mhm.
later on, this is so petty. I enjoyed Osric turning her down
I
for
think Rissa
sex
needed it.
because
Yeah,
she did not believe she was ready yet, and he wasn't about to waste
he didn't wanna be a rebound.
a potential relationship
Mhm.
for a one night stand.
Yep.
And so him turning her down was I think that might have been my favorite because it pisses her off so bad.
Man, you do have a type, don't you?
Shut up. I do not.
What do we think about the twins?
I've thought the twins were sus the whole time.
I know you did. Yeah,
Like, from book
whatever. Whenever they showed
did we
up,
see them in book 3?
I don't think we did. We
So,
saw
from
Pruin.
I didn't I didn't think Pruin was that bad originally, but when he pulled her in to meet the twins, then I was like, "No, that's fucking creepy. I am uncomfortable now." I have red flags and not the good kind. They're just red.
They're just bright red. Why is no one else seeing these?
Yeah. And so I was uncomfortable. I actually like Hood, though.
I always liked Hood. I know he was an assassin, but I always liked Hood. I never got, like, a bad vibe from him.
No, he's kind of like he's like our dark romance guy, where he's only gonna kill someone
Mhm.
if they're bad.
He's a killer with morals. He's
It's it's
Dexter.
it's that vibe I get from him.
Yeah, I agree. I get that from
So
him too.
and it makes me happy. And yeah.
And yeah,
What's your favorite part from this book?
I don't know.
Is it the carriage scene? Because that seems to be most people's favorite part of this book.
The carriage
It
scene
is
was
hot.
hot. Yeah.
Apparently, there's something wrong with me because I'm like, "Yeah, it was really hot," but I still like Ostrich saying, "No." Whatever.
No, the carriage scene was hot for sure.
Mhm,
I think my favorite, like, overall part of the book was just getting the backstory on everyone and watching everyone grow.
mhm.
All the main characters, I'll say. Like, we
Yeah.
didn't hear a lot from Lou or Judd, but yeah. It was cool getting Slade's youth and, like,
Yes.
the explanation of why he's such a control freak and why he's in so much control of his power, and even a little bit into him and Riot's relationship as
Yeah.
siblings. Meeting Mama Slade was really cool. 'Cause we
Yes.
don't get to meet a lot of mothers in these books because every main male character has a
Is an
tragic
orphan.
backstory. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do think the book could have been shorter.
I agree. And I think that's the argument of a lot of people because
Yeah.
this is just a long book,
They're
and they don't get any shorter after
they
this
don't. No, this
'cause this is gold, guys. Look, this is gold. Goldfinch.
she thick.
You can tell I've read in this one and not this one.
Yeah, yeah.
but this is a big book, y'all.
She's
I
thick.
like them thick, but book 6, if it's this thick,
Well, even like Throne of Glass though, The Last Kingdom of Ashes,
giant.
1,000 pages, yeah.
Yeah, compared to the other books, they just kept getting bigger. I like A Court of Mist and Starlight as a break
Yeah, that little
in ACOTAR,
Hallmark movie.
the little novella.
I think we needed that as readers too in that series. I do think there was just so much time spent on Oren's recovery,
Mhm,
but I think that was also important for us to, as readers, to like understand her recovery because otherwise it would have been
true.
like Oren passed out and then she was mad and then she got over it
And
and
now
now
she's
she's
all better.
training. Yeah, so
She has some really snarky lines too, like,
she
she
did.
gets some in there where she's like he's always like, when Slade's telling her he always gives her a choice, and she's like, "But do you really?"
But do you really?
And
Yes.
she regrets it as soon as she says it because we know she's talking about when he rotted her
Yep.
and left her no choice, and he's like, "Bitch, I will do that every fucking time."
And as long as you
Okay,
lived,
I'm
yeah,
not that
yeah.
way, but
But yeah, that's essentially what he said.
that's the
He's like,
sentiment.
"Yeah, I will do whatever it takes to keep you alive."
Mhm. And he does.
And
He
he
keeps that
does.
promise. Even
Yeah,
if he gets there late to the royal conflux,
yeah.
he rips the world for her.
I know, and all I get is coffee in the morning. Please don't stop making me coffee in the morning. I love it so much. Please don't stop. But also, if you wanted to, rip a hole in the world, I wouldn't be mad.
You're silly.
Um, yeah, this book was a lot, especially towards
Mhm.
the end.
And the end, we've got, like, the last
The last 2
100 pages,
episodes, yeah, yeah,
maybe 200 pages is where, like, all of the
everything
action
happened.
happens.
Well, that's because it gotta get you hooked, so you wanna read the next one.
Is it though?
It is.
Okay, that's fair.
As a person who has not written or published a single book ever, can confirm. Is there anything else that we wanna chat about with this book? Do we have any wild theories that we wanna chat about for the rest of the series?
I still maintain that I think Oren's gonna die.
I think Rissa's gonna die.
I don't at this point, you guys, it's okay, but I think that Oren's gonna die. I think that the bridge to Lemuria is gonna be very important.
Agreed. I do agree with that one. I think that's gonna be a huge I don't wanna call it a character, but it almost is gonna be a character in the book.
I just wonder if it's gonna help heal the land.
So do you think the bloodlines are gonna become more pure again or more strong?
I don't know about that, but I think that the land itself needs to be healed, especially Seventh Kingdom, and I'm wondering if reconnecting that bridge is gonna help with that.
So do you think the main theme of this book is gonna be that people need to live in harmony?
I don't know.
Your blinks were so loud.
Well, that's because I was processing what I was picturing. Okay, so I am very old, guys. I mean, like, I'm not Methuselah, but I
But Methuselah was your grandma, so
Methuselah was a man.
okay. Methuselah was your
Anyway,
grandpa.
but I remember I don't remember if it was a Pepsi or a Coke commercial, but they were, like, singing about teaching the world to do stuff hand in hand, and it was a very '70s commercial.
Well, that would have been, like, right after the civil rights. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was very they used the song "I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing." It was a Coca-Cola commercial.
I've never heard of that song.
That is because it was released in November of 1971. Oh my god. The commercial is from 1971 as well.
Uh,
Mother Trucker.
I was 0 years old. I don't my parents were dating at that point, I think.
I was
Maybe?
-5,
Let's see.
so
Okay, so you think the bridge is gonna be important.
I think the bridge is gonna be important.
You think Orin is gonna die.
I do think that Slade is going to have to confront his father.
100%. There's gonna have to be a showdown there.
Yeah, I think that that's gonna have to happen.
I wanna see what Riot's gonna do. I'm curious how Riot, like, owns his power.
Well, the Fae are coming,
The
so
Fae are coming, the Fae are coming.
they're gonna have to figure out a way for all of Oria
Mhm. To
to fight
survive.
these Fae
Yeah.
who have power.
Mhm. Yep, and Oria does
Most of them
not.
don't.
Or it's very, very weak power, like, Luke can distract people,
Yeah.
which is useful, not so great in a war.
No.
Yeah,
Unless you're just
so
trying to escape,
right.
which is cool, but I want to see what happens with Judd because I want to know if there's more backstory for him
I agree, we don't
coming.
have a ton from him.
I know that we don't have a ton from him or Lou. and I would like to see more from
Yeah.
those 2,
I
and
want more from
if
Hojat too. I just
if
want him in the
Rissa
in the
dies
story.
because you seem to be hell-bent on her dying, I want to see how Ostrich reacts.
He is
It's gonna
gonna
break my heart.
he'll pull a Slade. He won't rip a hole in the world because he can't, but he will go to all of everywhere and murder everyone who did her wrong.
Okay, I support that.
That's my prediction. Anything else that we wanna chat about with this book?
I'm glad Mist wasn't in it.
Fuck Mist. Yeah. I wish we had more Queen Melina. I wish we'd gotten more of her
Yeah,
story in this book. I think it would have been very interesting, but I think we get a lot of it in Gold.
Gold, there's quite a bit of it
Yeah.
because she at the end of this book, she just
The glamour falls away.
recreated the bridge to Lemuria
Mhm.
and got magic of her own.
Yep.
So, we need to watch her learning how to control it, which Hood is gonna play a part in. He
Oh,
has
for
to,
sure. Yeah.
because none of the Fae are gonna help her
Fuck no.
because she's basically, a dog to them.
Well, she served her purpose, so, like,
Yeah,
why are you even still at the castle? Get the fuck out.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yup.
I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen in Gold and Goldfinch.
I feel like Allure is going to sacrifice herself for her boys.
That wouldn't surprise me. I wonder if she talks again, though.
Maybe. Just to give one last, I don't know, throat punch to the breaker. What's his
One last
name?
vision.
Yeah, what's his name? Stanton.
Stanton.
It's some sort yeah, it's Stanton.
I will give you a spoiler for Goldfinch. We find out his last name because Ravenger is not his last name. Ravenger was actually Laura's last name.
For him. I love that.
So
Okay.
there's your spoiler. I gave you
That's
one for Goldfinch.
the worst spoiler I've ever read,
Thank
heard,
you.
whatever.
Thanks.
Okay. If you guys have any thoughts, feelings, wild speculations,
Comment.
yes, let us know.
Yes,
And
please.
if you've read ahead and if you've finished the book series, go ahead and comment anyway.
Yeah,
What's the spoiler? Yeah.
we've already told you guys spoilers are okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We love them. I love them. I don't do well with things I don't know. But yeah. All right. Anything else?
I don't think
Okay.
so.
Thank you so much for listening to Corks and Cauldron. Be sure to follow us at Corks and Cauldron on all your favorite socials. We're on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Threads. I think we're technically on Blue Sky. I've never posted there.
I think we're on
Um,
Lemonade too.
yeah, we're on Lemon 8 and
I don't know
because
what that is, but
I created that when TikTok was dying. Um,
if you enjoyed this episode, please rate and review us.
yes.
Share us with your booksties and tell the world. It's the best way to spread the word and help our podcast grow because Corks and Cauldron is a self funded labor of love, and your support helps us keep the magic alive.
And our glass is full.
So join our Patreon community today at patreon.com/corks and cauldron and maybe even treat us to a bottle of wine.
Our next episode is going to drop next Thursday, and that is when we're going to start our coverage of Gold, the book that we've kind of been talking about all day.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it'll be exciting. I do like the cover, and I do like how the bird changes in Gold compared to what it was
Do you guys see
in
the rot in the wings
Fuck you.
and right here?
No, I didn't. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I
Sorry.
I did notice that the bird was different. Do I get points for that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But until then, eat
Drink.
and get lost in a good book.
Cheers.
Cheers.